Hello everyone, it's Jamal Thomas. Welcome to the Progressive Soapbox. So guys, Jordan Chariton is back. I have to be honest, I hadn't heard anything about Jordan for a while, for several months. One of the gentlemen, Snuggly Wuggly Socialist, put a tweet on my Facebook page, on my Progressive Soapbox group. So I'm gonna let you guys see it, and I have something to say about it afterwards.
And I'm also feeling very...
Whoa. Now, you guys know from your own, I covered this story, Jordan went through a little trouble, and that's to put it lightly. Ended up getting accused of rape, ended up getting fired from TYT, and I gotta be honest, he was attacked pretty rough on this. I thought the attacks on him were somewhat unfair. I understood the argument of this guy being a horn dog, and fair enough. But they took it to a level that was way hyperbolic in regards to going after the guy. So my position in this was always straightforward. Yes, he may be a horn dog. No, I don't understand where you guys are getting this idea of him being a rapist. That was always my basic position. Let's take a look at what he's been up to in the past few months, and let's go from there.
Hey, it's Jordan Chariton. Haven't talked to you in a while. It's been an interesting few months. I'd say a challenging few months for me personally. But I'm feeling pretty hopeful, and I'm also feeling very informative. The primaries are coming up. I think we're on the verge of a huge progressive wave this year. However, the establishment is up to its old tricks, particularly at the voting booth. So that's why I'm releasing Chapter 4 of my book, Corporate Con Job, very soon. I'm going to surprise you and not tell you the date. So you're going to have to be alert and be ready whenever that's going to drop. I hope before I release Chapter 4, you will join and become a patron. Patreon.com/Jordan Chariton. I'm out of work right now. So if you could subscribe, you'll get bonus features, all that good stuff to keep me fed, clothed. I have to get back surgery, unfortunately. So all good things coming. I've written 10 new chapters over the last few months. I'm going to be releasing those new chapters over the next few weeks. And Chapter 4 is about the unprecedented election rigging, the fraud, suppression, and everything the establishment did to take down Bernie Sanders. I think it's important that you really know truly what happened in 2016. I was there. I had a front row seat to the New York primary purge. I covered Arizona. I covered Pennsylvania, Iowa, California, the whole nine. So to know and to stop what's going to happen this year and probably in 2020, we really need to know full scale what happened in 2016. I hope you'll become a Patreon. After that, I hope your PTSD is gone, because Chapter 5 is about the Democratic National Convention, all the badness that happened there. You don't know the full story until you read Chapter 5. Of course, I've written chapters on Standing Rock, on Flint, on East Chicago, a disappearing middle class tour I took, as well as that awful night I had to experience interviewing Hillary Clinton voters the night she lost to an orange orangutan. I will say I've been consuming a little bit of corporate and some independent media over the last few weeks. I'm not impressed. With that, I will have news for you as the weeks go on what I plan on doing in media. I'm thinking a little bigger than a YouTube page. I'm thinking about a revolution. I will not lie to you. It has been a challenging few months, but I do think we live, we learn, and we grow. I've done all that. I'll address some of the things that happen at a later date. But right now, I hope you'll get excited. I hope you'll join me. I hope you support me and subscribe. Patreon.com/Jordan Chariton. We'll be releasing Chapter 4 probably over the next week or so. We're going to release little teasers with excerpts, maybe more videos as the week goes on. And thank you for sticking with me. Share this video. And remember, I'm calling it Corporate Con Job for a reason, because the corporate media and other forms of media are not telling you the truth. They're covering Russia and everything Trump till they're blue in the face, while the rest of the country either starves, gets poisoned, or is literally in a scrap for the crumbs of the trickle down. So I hope you'll stick with me. Again, Patreon.com/Jordan Chariton. Follow me on Twitter at Jordan Chariton.
You know, I have to be honest. I am amazingly interested in the DNC chapter. Jordan was there, man. He was covering those things. I mean, this is the guy who pulled Donna Brazil and was like, "Did you send that email? Did you send that email?" She's like, "Sir, you're being, you're being boastful, sir. You're trying to push me around, sir. I'm not going to take any shit off of you." So I'm curious about that particular footage or that particular chapter. After I saw this, I contacted Jordan. I asked him. I hit him up. I said, "Hey, are you open for an interview?" Now, the part of this is on the record where no, there was no "this is off the record" part. He kind of made the point of, "Look, I saw your video on me. Everything wasn't true. That wasn't your fault. It was fair based on the information that was available. And when he's up to doing videos again, he's open to an interview." So I thought that was cool. And I got to be honest, I did feel slightly good at you try to be fair. Guys, my bias in this is honestly to try to be fair when I give a story. Regardless of how I feel about something, I don't like Trump at all. By the same token, I like the Russia nonsense that much less. And I don't necessarily want people to prosper when those people are doing things that are somewhat nefarious. So I try to be fair and I try to be earnest when I give a story. It doesn't really matter what that story is. I try. Now, depending on my workable point of view when I go into a story, I could fuck that up. There's been 1 or 2 stories where I've fucked up. But all in all, I think I'm okay with my content, meaning my catalog. So, I say that to say, I like this idea of, it sounded like you were being fair, even though I didn't necessarily like everything you said. So, I'll take it. I'll take that. So, whenever he's up and running and whenever he's doing videos again, I look forward to bringing Jordan on the show. So, Jordan, I actually like Jordan. When I was on TYT, when I watched TYT, or I should say TYT Politics, maybe that's the way I want to say it. Jordan, I like Jordan. I like Jordan. Jordan was one of those guys who wasn't on board with the Russian nonsense. He was one of those guys who wasn't on board for just voting Clinton because he was terrified of Trump. He had his foibles. He had his fuck-ups. He's a person like anybody else. But at the very least, I like the reporting. I did like the reporting. And I think I even made the point when he first left. I was like, we've lost a lefty reporter. We've lost a lefty reporter. So, that being said, hopefully he lands on his feet pretty well. And hopefully when he gets the opportunity that he does take my offer and he does come on the show. So, I'll leave it at that. Jordan Chariton, though, seems to be on his way back. Alright, guys. If you enjoy the content, feel free to share, like, subscribe, and of course, you can always support the Patreon. Thanks, guys.